So let's see what else that I wanted to discuss. Sanctum versus Fortify and Passport. Okay, so Laravel Sanctum, let's go to Sanctum. It's not a new package. I think it has a couple of years now, but it's a package that deals with authentication and gives you the ability to either use API tokens or issue something like GitHub when they issue personal access tokens, for example. So Sanctum gives you that ability, but it also gives you the ability to connect like I said before, some people like to build, that depends on the team size, mostly, because I don't think that someone is crazy. There are people like that do it, but usually that happens on teams. When you have the front-end team and the back-end team, and each team works independently and they have to synchronize in some way, of course, for the project to work, but they can work on the front end with the marketing team or the product owner, and the backend team can work on the backend. So Sanctum has the ability to connect between both of them with the SPA authentication protocols. So basically you can use that if you have that in your workplace or in your team. And if not, then you can issue a personal access token, which is what Laravel Jetstream does, by the way, that uses Sanctum to issue those tokens. And also, I said that I'm going to discuss a little bit about Fortify and Passport, so let's do it right now. So Fortify, it's another package by Laravel, and this package basically gives you everything that's related to authentication, but headless. You don't have a user interface, you have only the backend, you have only the functionality. You have the routes, you have the controllers, but no user interface. And Jetstream and Breeze, they use Fortify. And Fortify, it comes with a couple of packages and functionality, stuff that they call actions, by the way. You can customize those actions to your needs. And they give you most of the actions for authentication here to customize. The controller itself is not stopped from Fortify, but as I told you before, if you need some custom functionality, you can always copy the code from the route and from the controller and do your own stuff with that. It's not advised to fork the package on GitHub and do your stuff there, because the package can change, and it's better for you to copy the code and to change it when it needs than to copy the code to a new forked repo and do diffs on that repo, and you can spend weeks on that instead of a day or two if you just copy the code. So that's Fortify. And Passport is another animal. Passport basically is OAuth 2 server. Okay, and I'm not sure if you know what's OAuth 2, but you can think of it as a service that gives other users, other applications, the ability to issue requests to your application by a user grant, user permission. So for example, if you used Facebook login or Facebook applications or Google login on the somewhere in the past or even now, and you authorize an application by Facebook or Google to log in with your credentials, this is OAuth client. This application that some developer built has the ability to use your data, but not all the data, because you have scopes and you have a lot of stuff, okay? That it's not that it's breached. The user can limit the scope, and you as the developer need to limit the scope of your request, because you don't want, you cannot ask the user to give all of his data because he won't allow it. No one will allow it. So they give you scopes that you can, for example, use just the email or just the username of that user. And this is what Passport came to solve. It's a full server implementation, and you can use it, and you can install it and use it after a couple of minutes already. You can make a section in your application to give other developers the ability to build applications that will use your applications and can connect to your users via those applications. So this is the idea behind Passport.